Can you tell me the procedure for matrix representation?
First, we want to
Creating K cross
plot
K
a
into
node.
K matrix.
K into
Yes.
K matrix, rows and columns.
Row and
Yes. Yes.
edges
So you want to take.
store one.
Yes. So you want to insert the node by, that means vertices by one. That is the common thing that you have inserted in the tree also. So before going to the lines of code, I will tell you how it will be represented. First, you want to create a node and you want to insert the node. So that is the first thing. And after that, you can give the edges for that particular node based upon the two vertices. That means you can take either, if you are inserting A, B, C, D, and E, it will be inserted in the, without any connection between the two nodes, it will be inserted. The node with the vertices will be inserted first. And after that, you want to create an edge for the particular A to B, B to C, C to D. It maybe depends. You can create a vertices for that particular, we can create an edges for that particular vertices. So that is the concept for the matrix representation. And after the matrix representation, if A to B, any connection is there, you want to mention that the value will be
1.
1. If it is no connection, then automatically the matrix representation will be taking as 0. If there is a connection, it will be represented as 1. If there is no connection, the matrix representation will be starting as 0. So that is the thing. So this is the concept. For this, we are going to do a lines of code for this matrix representation to create a node. Alright, for this is creating a node. Adding a node, yes. So first I have taking the node which I am created and I am creating an empty list. So that is the first step I am going to look after this. So first I am going to take a node. You can see this. See this representation. I am taking this A, B, C, D as my in the list, and in the list I am doing this operation, that is a edges operation as a nested list. I have explained you already. So first I am taking this node, that is A, B, C, D and E, that is I am taking as nodes with an empty list, because I am not inserted any nodes. I am going to insert a node first. So before that I am going to create a list. So that is the list, right? Yes. Am I audible? Yes.
Yes, sir.
And again, I am going to create the graph representation. For this also, I am getting the list over there. It means I am going to create a graph representation based upon the nodes that I am going to collect. So that is the concept. That is the second empty list I am going to create. One is to get the node, and second one is while creating the node and after getting the connection, I want to do a graph representation. For that also, I am taking one empty list.
Sir, nodes or vertices, sir?
You can take node or you can take vertices. That will be different. This is a variable. This is a variable. You can take either nodes or vertices, or you can give any alphabets also. N is equal to, Z is equal to, whatever it may be, you can give that. That's not a problem, right? So I am taking as nodes.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Yes. While you are explaining the concept in the theory, why I am taking this as nodes is when I am explaining the program, it will be very easy when I am giving a notes. If it is a vertices, it will be getting somewhat tougher. So that's why I am going with node. Right? You can take it vertices also, no problem. Yes. And after that, I want to mention the node count in my program. How many nodes are there? As of now, the node count will be 0, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. So I am not having any nodes inside the node list and as well as in the graph list. So as of now, the node count will be 0. So this is my basic operation. This is my main program that I am going to do. And after that, I am going to define a function called def add underscore node. So how many arguments I want to pass here? For adding a node, how many arguments I want to pass? I have explained you the theory concept itself.
Sir,
Once I am having a node of A, B, C, and D in my graph already, I want to add one of the node. Then how many arguments I will pass?
Most ABC. How many,
Huh?
how many variables that we define?
So this is my node. You just imagine this is my node. I'm having 5 nodes actually. So it may be I'm not having any nodes in the program. So after this node has been inserted, I want to add a node called F. So how many arguments I want to pass here?
5, sir.
Only one argument, right? It
One,
means
yes,
that
sir.
F. It means I want to pass that one argument. So I want to pass that argument 1, and I am taking that argument name as P, right? Yes. Then I am going to check one condition that if B is in node. If B is in the node, then what I want to do, print the node is already present. What it means?
Checking
What it
whether
means?
the node is present or not, sir.
Yes. You want to, in a tree, I have told you that in a binary search tree, I have told you that the duplicate element want to be removed. So here also we are removing the duplicate element. Why? Because when the traversal method will be happened in the graph, then in that particular point, it will be difficult. If you are inserting 2 nodes in the same values, it will be difficult. So it will be difficult. So what I am doing is, I am removing that I am checking that the node as already present in the list or not. If it is present, it will be displaying the result. The node is already present. If it is not present, node underscore count is equal to node underscore count plus 1. What it means?
Checking mesh nodes remaining, sir.
No, here the graph is representing 0 nodes. It means first node has been inserted. It means that the node count has been incremented by 1. So now the node count has been incremented by 1. That is the first thing. And here I am going to append the function node dot append of B. It means in this node, we are not having any elements in this node list. Here, the first element what we have inserting, that will be appended. If suppose I am inserting n, this n will be appended in the node list. So that is the first thing. So you can see here this graph. So this is my list I am going to create. This is my empty list. So first element I am going to create is A. So this A will be appended in the list. So it will be creating an A. And after that, for n in graph, so now we want to find out for n in graph, n dot append is 0. What it means?
No value, sir.
If the first node has been created, and what will be the graphic representation now? See, matrix representation.
1 into
1 into 1 matrix, it will be created, right?
yes, sir.
Yes. So this is the 1 into 1 matrix. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now there is no edges between that. So I have been representing that edges as 0. So that is the lines of code I have mentioned here. Are you getting this point? First node I have inserted, and after inserting that, the matrix representation want to be n into n matrix or k into k matrix, whatever it may be. So here n will be 1. So I am going with 1 into 1 matrix. There is no edges between that particular node. So I am representing that node as 0. Are you getting this? Any doubts in this? Am I audible?
No, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir.
So what is the thing? You just forgot this and all. You just forgot this. I am going to represent a node. First, I am inserting a node called n. You just imagine. The first I am going to a node called n. So first step, I have created one empty list. In that empty list, I am going to append that variable called n. So I within append function, I have created the n over here. And after that, what I am doing, I want to create this one vertices matrix representation, right? So 1 into 1 matrix, right? So now it will be 1 into 1 matrix. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. So this is my 1 into 1 matrix. Am I right? 0 and 0. This is my 1 into 1 matrix. So here there is no connection between any node. If there is no connection in the particular node, I want to represent that node as 0. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that is the code I have written there. And after that, I want to give the graph representation for all the codes if I am adding new nodes over here. For that, I am going with the temp variable. And for I in range, node underscore count. So I in range, node underscore count, temp dot append of 0, graph dot append of temp. So this 3 lines will be very important actually. So I will tell you why. So this is the first node I have created. This is the first node I have created. So I am giving the append variable called 0. So once another node I am going to create, this node count will be increased, right? So once I give you the declaration, then you can able to understand. So here you can see add underscore node of I. So what will happen? First, this function will be calling in the main program, right? Yes. Am I right? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So first in
Sir,
this
why we
main
are
program,
using this?
this function. Why?
Sir, sir, why we are
Yes,
using
yes.
the temp?
Temp, I will tell you. The temp variable is a temporary variable for creating a matrix representation for all the nodes. So once the node count has been increased, then this temp variable will be going. So I will tell you first this function will be calling, right? It will directly go to the add underscore node function. So if suppose you just imagine here the v will be considered as n. So n node I want to insert. It will check first n is already present in the node or not. No, this statement will be false. So automatically go to the else statement. Here node count is equal to node count plus 1. Already the node count will be 0. So now it will be plusing 1. And again it will be appending the function inside the list. And it will represent the graph value of 0. Right? As of now clear. Till now as of now clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it means that it has created a 0 into 0 matrix. It has created 0 into 0 matrix. Once this statement has been completed, and it will directly go to the temp statement, it will be temporarily creating a graph content for you. That is the concept. It will be, it will temporarily created the matrix content for you. So that's why the temp variable has been created over here. Here you can see here, what is the node count now? What is the node count?
1.
1. So it will be creating a temporary variable of a node count, and it will be the graph which will be created a list. It will be appending a function based upon the temporary variable that you have been created. So when you are seeing the output, then you can easily identify why that has been created. So for this, for the graph, the matrix representation, this has been created. you can see without this, and after that also the node count will be increased, and after that the 0 will be coming. It means it will be appending all the function in the list, but the matrix representation will not be available in that concept. So once you are getting an output, then you can easily identify that. So this is the, so one minute. Syntax. Yes. So one more thing you want to do that. So this node count is the local variable, right? This node count what we have declared is the local variable. So it won't take this node count inside the function. Inside the function we have given that node count. So for this we want to go with the global variable. We want to declare that node count as the global variable. We can use that node count anywhere in your program when you are giving this global variable inside this function. So now you can see before adding the node, it will be like this. So you can see here, right? The output before adding the node and graph will be the empty list. It won't give any output. After adding this n and I, what will be the representation of after adding this n and I in the matrix form? 1, 2, 1 and 2, right? So it will be 0 and 0 and 0 and 0. Am I right? We have not added any edge. We have not added any edge.
Yes, sir.
We have added n and I. We have added only 2 vertices, that is n and I. So this will be represented as n and this will be represented as I. In the list, what will happen? N will be added and again I will be appended. It means 2 into 2 representation. So there is no edge between n to n or n to I. There is no edge between I to n or I to I. So it represents the output as 0, 0. Am I right? So you can see here, 2 matrix has been represented, 0, 0 and 0, 0 for n and I. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So yes, for now why we are using this temporary function is, after completion of this first node, it again replaces that particular value inside the same node. So for that purpose, we are again creating an empty list and we are appending a function one by one, and after that it was appended to the graph. So likewise, after that appended to the graph only, we will get this particular result. Clear? When you are adding the edge, after that also you can able to identify easily. When you are adding the edge, and after that you can get a clear idea about that. So if add underscore edge. So this is my function name. For adding the edge, how many arguments I want to pass here?
One only, sir.
One.
No, no. So you just see here this representation. I have, yes, 2. So here I want to pass that. So this is the undirected graph. You just imagine this is, we are going to create an undirected graph. So I want to pass two edges for my add edge representation. Here I want to pass two edges. Am I right? So if it is an undirected graph, I want to pass the edges from n to I. Likewise, I want to mention. So I am taking two arguments. One is v1, comma v2. Clear? If again I am going to check one of the condition, you just find out what is the condition is. If v1 not in node, not in nodes, then I want to print that message. Node is not present. Well, if v2 not in nodes, then I want to print the message. Node is not present. If both the condition has been true, if both the condition has been false, then I want to go with the else statement. So what is the three lines belongs to? Can you tell me? What is this line?
So we are checking the nodes links. Sir.
Yes,
Edges.
if I am giving this, I want to, if I am there calling the function of add underscore edge, and I am giving this n comma I, then what will happen? It will create an edge between n and I, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. If suppose I am giving this n comma p, then what will happen? There is no node called p, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, then it will come here and it will check and it will whether the p is available or not, and it will print that the node is not present. So it means the program will be terminated. So it is checking whether the giving vertices is already present in the node or not. For that we are using those conditions. So you just imagine now I am giving this condition, and after this two condition has not satisfied, so two nodes has been present in the node, then what we want to do for creating an edge? What we want to do here for creating an edge? After creating an edge, how the matrix representation will be?
If link is present, one we want to reach.
N to I want to make this as 1, right?
Yes, sir.
And I to N, I want to make this as 1, right?
Yes, sir.
Am I right? Once we are giving a link over here, the matrix representation will be like this. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So I want to change those numbers over here. N to I and I to N, I want to make this number. So for that, we need an index value for that particular number that already that has been stored in a list. This N index value and I index value, we want to know that. Based upon the index value, we want to represent that 0 and 1. That I will tell you how it is. Index, I'm taking a variable index 1 is equal to nodes dot index of v1. So it means it will take the n index value here. v1 is my n. I'm passing two arguments, n and I. So v1 is my n and v2 is my I. So here what is happening is it will take the n index value first. And again I'm taking this index 2 is equal to nodes of index of v2. So what it means, it will take the index value of I. Clear? It will take the index value of n and it will take the index value of I. So it will take the index value, and after taking the index value, we want to represent that index value inside the graph. G-R-A-P-H. G-R-A-P-H. Graph of index 1 and index 2, which will be belongs to 1. Are you getting this? Or I want to explain this one more time, this edge condition. Are you clear, or I want to explain this one more time? Am I audible? Are you clear about this lines of code, or I want to explain this one more time?
Clear, sir.
Just simple technique, simple, don't confuse lot more than this, simple technique. We are having two nodes, so N and I. We are having two nodes N and I. So here we are already having the list, and we have appended this N and I over here, and we want to represent the matrix. That means 2 into 2 matrix. That means this is my N and this is my I. So this index value will be 0 and 1, and here the index value N and I. So if I am previously without creating an edge, it will be 0, 0, 0. All the zeros will be there. If I am going to create an edge from N to I, it means that undirectional. What is mean that? Undirected method. So it means both the element, that is N to I want to make it as 1, and I to N also I want to make it as 1. So I am going to collect the index value of N and I. What is the index value of N?
0.
0. What is the index value of I?
1.
1.
So this is the index value of 0, and this is my 1. So here, this is my index value of 0, this is my 1. So I am collected the index value of 0 and 1. So these two has been collected. For this particular graphic representation, matrix representation, I want to change the value as 1. Clear?
Clear, sir.
Yes. So same for that. Same for that. If I am going to change the, this is a, what is this? Is an undirected graph. So I want to change this index of 2 and index of 1 is equal to 1. So that both the value will be changed as 1. Index of 2, what is the index of 2? That is V2, that is 1. And what is the index of 1? That is 0. So 1 into 0, we want to change the value as 1. So the matrix representation is been over for this particular two nodes. Are you getting this? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Add edge is not defined.
The spelling mistake.
Okay, okay, thank you. So now you can see the index value. 0 and 1 and 1 and 0. This is right. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. We have created two nodes, that is N and I, and we are giving an index value, we are giving a edge for N and I. It is an undirected list. So it has been represented 2 times in the list. So 0 and 1 and 1 and 0. So that's only I have mentioned here. 0 and 1 and 1 and 0. Clear? Add underscore of NI, add underscore of node, and adding page of So now we have created 4 nodes, right? So how many matrix will be there? 4 into 4 matrix, right?
Yes, sir.
We have created 4 nodes, and this 4 node would be represented as 4 into 4 matrix. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is N, I, E, and T. So this is also N, I, E, and T. So now tell me the value for this. For we have created an edge also. We created 3 edges for this. One is from N to E. So N to E will be the edge has been created. So this will be represented as 1, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And again, this E to N also will be represented as 1, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
And again, the second edge will be N to I. So N to I will be represented as 1. And I to N also will be represented as 1, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this N, I, E, T. You just take this as T. And now the N to T also will be represented as 1. And T to N also will be represented as 1. And remaining all the elements will be 0. Am I right? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now if you are running this codes, can you see here the N will having 3 elements and remaining all will have 1 element. The N is having 3 elements, that is 0, 1, 1. So N is having 0 and 1, 1. And remaining all will have the first element as 1 and remaining element as 0. So remaining all will having the first element as 1 and remaining element as 0. Yes? Are you clear, or I want to explain this one more time? Yes. And I'm asking this. This is a representation of a matrix. Like this only the matrix will be represented. How the matrix will be represented? By row and column wise, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Here this representation is called as a matrix representation.
No, sir.
No.
Nested
So
list.
yes, it is a nested list. So this is a nested list. Then this list want to be represented in a matrix form. So for that, I am going to use one more function called print graph. Print underscore graph. So I want to make this graph representation as my matrix representation. Here you no need to pass anything over here. Based upon the node count and the graph element, we are going to do this operation. Based upon the node count and based upon the nested list operation, we are going to do this matrix operation. For I in range node underscore count. For j in range node underscore count. So I will tell you why because I am using this. Print format is one of the method to represent the graph. Format is one of the method to represent the graph. This is the 3 which will be the spaces for all the nodes, the space which are providing for all the nodes, and n is equal to so yes. So what it means is it will take this ith position. This is my ith position. In the node count, it will count the first node. The first node has been incremented, and after that, it will take to the second node. Here, the first node will be there. It will take the ith position and it will comparing with all the remaining position in the n. Right? Are you clear? First, in the I column, it will take this first node as your node, and after that, it will take the first column, and after that, the j will be incremented by one. And once the j has been completed, and again the I will be incremented by 1, and it will print the remaining values in the list. That is the one of the concept. In this concept, we are going to use this format method. That is one of the method in a Python to represent the particular elements in the list in a graphical matrix format. So, underscore graph. One moment. End is equal to 1 minute. It was not representing the second line. So now you can see this, right? The matrix representation. It will take,
Yes, sir.
this is my ith element and this is my jth element. First it will take an I and it will compare with all the elements has been present in the list or not. It means the number of nodes that was presented in a list, and it will be printing one by one. All the elements it will be printing one by one in a matrix format. For that matrix format representation, we are using this format method in the list. We are using the format method in the list. So if you are using this format method, then the matrix form will be represented in your program. So that is the thing, we are using this format method. It means we are giving a space of three spaces from one element to another element. So that is the thing. So for this representation, we are giving the print graph option, and we are printing this nodes that was inserted, and the nodes, the edges which we are created, it will be printed in the matrix representation. Now you can see before adding the node, there is no nodes in the list, and after adding the 4 nodes NIET, the elements were in the list, and after the edge has been passed between NE, NI, and NT, the matrix representation and the nested list has been created, and based upon the nested list, the matrix representation has been done. What we have done already, same representation has been mentioned here: 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and all the elements will be 0. So that is the representation. Clear about this? I will share you the code. You just do your homework for this. You may got confused only in 2 items. One is this. Am I right? If I am right, you will be getting confused in only two items. One is this. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, one will be this, and I am sharing you the code. Without this code, you can run this command. It won't execute after the first node. It will be keep on circulating, keep on updating only the first node. So it won't execute without this lines of code if you are inserting more than one node. And second confusion will be in this part, I hope so. Yes. Here we are taking the node count. First it will take this as node count. So it means it will take the first node as your count. It will take the first node. And here it will represent I also will be your first node and J also will be your first node. Now this has been represented in your graphic form. And after that what will happen? It will take this as my first node, I which will be the first node, and J will be the second node, that will be the J. And again this will printed at your matrix form. Likewise, it will be continuously moving till the n number of nodes. And here this format function has been used for representing that nodes into the format matrix format. It means I comma j. It will take randomly I, j. Likewise, it will be taking, and this 3 will be the spaces between the one node vertices to another vertices that I have given over here. So that is the thing for this creation of a node and edges in the matrix representation. Clear? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. If I want to, this is a directed graph. If I want to do this is an undirected graph, and I want to do the same lines of code for the directed graph, then what I want to do now? Only one thing you want to change from this.
So delete graph index of 2, index of 1.
Yes. So if you are taking this index and if you are running this, then you can get this. This is a directed graph. It means all the elements that was passing from n to other nodes. So the node has been started from n. So we will have only the values for the nth element or nth node only. There is no values for the remaining one. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So same thing I want to go for the weighted graph. What I want to do? Weighted directed graph. Same thing I want to go for the weighted directed graph. So how many arguments I want to pass here? V1, V2 and the cost of the graph, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So we want to pass 3 arguments here. So I am passing this 3. Third argument as 10. It's a number you can pass directly the number values. 20 and 30. So here I want to take one more arguments over here, that means count. And here I want to give the count value, whatever you are getting. And here I want to give the count value, whatever I am getting. So it means if I am taking 2 index value, it means that undirected weighted graph. So here I want to look into the undirected weighted graph. You can see here, right? The weight has been changed. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. If suppose I want to go with the directed weighted graph, then I want to remove this lines of code. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. You can see here only for the n vertices we have given the value. So 10, 20, 10 and 30. So whatever weight you are giving for that particular edges, that weight will be displayed in your matrix. That is the thing. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I will share you the code. Definitely you will be having the confusion in this 4 lines of code, as well as this will be very clear. If you are clear with the matrix concept, then this will be very clear. It will take one each representation from the node and it will be doing the matrix. For this lines of code, we are creating a temporary variable for storing all the elements in the respective places. So that is the thing. So now we will move with the next concept. So the first concept has been completed, that is adding a node using an adjacency matrix. So this has been created. We have added the node for the adjacency matrix representation, and we have done the edge for the matrix representation. Now we will move with the function to add a node using adjacency list representation and add an edge to the adjacency list representation. So it will be taking around 10 minutes for those lines of code. So you can wait here. So for creating a list, what I have told to you first, what you want to do first for creating a list. So this is my list representation. I have already told you, right? I have already told you list is my dictionary. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, the nodes the nodes or vertices that which we are giving in the lines of code is known as the key, and the edges for that particular key will be represented in the list. So that is the thing. So here you can see this is my node, this is my node, and in this I have created one list, dictionary. In this dictionary, the nodes will be acting as my key, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, and the traversal between the adjacency list nodes between that node is known as my list for that particular key. Am I right? The neighbor node of A will be the list for that particular A. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So here in this list representation, there is only one difference, major difference will be there. We are not going to create a list, we are going to create a graph. Are you getting this? We are going to create a dictionary. We are going to create a dictionary. So first we have created a dictionary. Am I right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is the symbol for creating an empty dictionary. It means I have created a dictionary, and remaining we will do that. So add underscore node. So I will write first one of the main functions, and after that I will go to the function oriented. Add node of A. Add underscore node of I. Add underscore node of E. Add underscore node of. So here my main program has been completed. So here as of now I want to print the graph. That's it. That's it. Now I will move to the subprogram. So same thing, I want to add a node first, right? So def add underscore node. How many variable argument I want to pass here?
4.
Add node. For adding a node, only one argument I want to pass here. And again, I want to check the condition if V is V in graph. So there I have checked that V is in a node. Here I am checking whether the V is applicable in a graph. If it is not applicable, then I want to print that. If it is applicable, then I want to print that already present or whatever it may be. You can print those things. If it is not present, then what I want to do? Graph of V is equal to empty list. I will tell you this, how it will be happen. So first thing, I want to insert a node. That means I am going to insert a node called N. And once I am inserting I have already told you that n is my in a dictionary, n is my
Key.
key. So n is my keyword. So I have created graph of v's. I have created n is my keyword. Inside this keyword, I am not having any variable now. So it means the adjacent node is not present here. Are you getting this?
Yes.
Yes. If suppose I am adding another variable I, and I am calling the add function. So the I key has been created, and I am not having any elements nearby the I. And same as like that for E, I have created a E node, that means key node, and there is no element present nearby E. And once I am creating F, so NIE T, then what will happen? The T has been created, and I am not having any neighbor nodes. Am I right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now this is for creating a node, that for in a list. This is a simple technique. Just we want to make that particular node as your head node. That means key node, and after that you want to assign that key node as an empty list without any edges over here. So this is the way of creating a list in a graph. And now I want to add the node. Add the edge. For the how many variables, how many arguments I want to pass here?
4.
2.
2. V1, comma V2. I am passing 2 arguments, and here I am creating an add edge of n, comma I. So I am giving the n, comma I. So again, what I want to do after adding an edge? What is the first condition in an add edge state function?
Checking, sir.
Yes, whether the edge has been presented in whether this node has been presented in a list, that we want to check first. So first I am checking whether V1 not in graph. If it is, print V1 is not present. This V1 is not present. Again, I want to check that. V2 also I want to check, right? V2 also I want to check. And if it is not present in the graph, and then I want to tell V2 is not present. This will simply consist of elif statement and final else statement. What I want to do now? If it is present, what will happen now? If I am connecting the first node, I am connecting N and I. Then what changes will be occur here?
It will be added.
In this N, I will be added, right? Yes? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
In this I, what will added here?
In n key, I value will be, sir.
In N key, I value will be added. In I key,
N.
N value will be added because this is an undirected graph. Because this is an undirected graph, but it will be added both the representation. For this, we are using a simple concept. Graph, G-R-A-P-H, graph of V1. Graph of V1 will be append of V2. Next, graph of V2 will be append of V1. Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it means the graph statement which will be appending the function of a V2 as well as the V2 will append the function of V1. So it will be adding this. So here you can see this is my V1 and this is my V2. So what will happen? V1 will append the function of V2 and V2 will append the function of V1. So that is the simple technique for adding a list in the in a graph. So if suppose I am executing this part, not assign the function call else graph of, this is a list, right? This is not a function, this is a list. Kindly change it out. Wherever I have used those function, that is my list. The list will be added, not function will be added. Sorry, we are appending a function for V1 and V2. So it will not give you an equal to symbol, that is the appending function will be considered as graph symbol. So now you can see here, right? The n is my keyword, and in that n we are having a node called I, that is a neighbor node. Here I is my keyword, and I am having a neighbor node called n. Here E is my keyword, I am not connected any graph in this, right? And T is my keyword, I am not connected any edges by T. Are you getting this? Are you getting this? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I want to split those things. So before that, I am telling that the list it will not be splitting over here. So it can be, you can see here that dictionary has been mentioned in a 4 format. So one, n is my keyword and this is my neighbor node. I is my keyword and this is my neighbor node. E is my keyword. There is no neighbor node between E, and T is my keyword. There is no neighbor node. So that is the thing. So this is a undirected graph. Can you tell me for what we want to do for a directed graph? What do you want to do for the
Graph
directed?
V2 that append delete.
Yes. So
Graph of
this,
V2 that append.
yes, this line want to be terminated for the directed graph. So now you can see only n and I having the n will having the neighbor node. Remaining all will not have any neighbor node. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now, if I want to do the weighted graph,
Want to declare third variable.
yes, you want to assign any one of the variable and you want to declare the values for that. So if I am declaring list 1 is equal to,
Set time 12:05.
what happens for that? Time over. If you are
Start
if you are,
message to join the.
so I will make you 1 minute. Can you share me any one of them the SAR number?
Sir.
சார் 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 ஒரு 10 மினிட்ஸ் பசங்களை விட்டுறேன். ஒரு டாபிக் பாதியில நிக்குது. ஆமா எடுத்துட்டு ஒரு 10 மினிட்ஸ் நான் விட்டுறேன். சரிங்களா? ஓகே ஓகே சார். Thank you for the information that time has been extended. So I want to be here for 10 minutes also. So anyhow, I want to complete those topics. That's the thing. So here for the count representation, that means the weighted graph. If you want to give the weighted graph, then you want to declare a variable and you want to give that v2 comma cost, and in the list 2 you want to give v1 comma cost. So in this append function, what we want to do, we want to just insert that list 1 and here list 2. Have you clear those things? The weighted list representation. Cost is not defined. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Am I? Yes. So this is the representation of cost representation in a list. So first you want to create a variable, and after that you want to mention that list 1 which will be consist of v2 cost and list 2 which will be consist of v1 cost. When you are appending the element inside the list, inside the dictionary, then you can directly go with this list 1 as well as the list 2. So you want to append this 2 element also. Here v2 will be n and here v1 will be, here v2 will be I and v1 will be n. So the I will be appended in n and n will be appended in I. Here, now you can see here n is my keyword. In that I have represent those. This is a undirected graph. So n is my keyword in the dictionary. In that dictionary we having a edge called I with the cost value of 10. So same as like that. This is an undirected graph. I is my keyword. N is the edge in the I with the cost of 10. So there is no edges between E and T, so it will be remains empty. So this is an undirected weighted graph. If you want to go with the directed weighted graph, then you want to eliminate this line and you want to get an output. Can you see here this? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that is the thing. So we have discussed four things. That was simple one actually. So once you are understanding the concept, that which will be a simple one. In the first program, you will have some of the difficulties of that list matrix representation as well as the matrix formattation. So just do your homework and you can able to understand easily. So this in the list representation, the function which will be very clear. It was very simple for that. And this is the graph operation of adding nodes and edges. So in the next class, we will discuss about the graph operation of deleting nodes and edges, how it will be working with the same lines of code. There will be no different lines of code. So that's why I have taken 10 minutes over there. So in the next class, I will be working out with the same lines of code. There is no different lines of code. In this same lines of code, we are going to use some of a function in the lines of code and doing the delete operation. And finally, the traversal operations will be there. So after completion of the traversal operation, most probably the 5th unit will be a completion of this. In this traversal operation also, we will discuss the shortest path and minimum spanning tree. So this two will be come under the traversal operation. And now we are discussing this topological ordering, how the order will be. And that's all for this from the 5th unit. So as of now, we have created a node and created an edges. So that is the status of this particular subject, right? Yes. Rajnesh, yes. Thank you. Those give the attendance and attend. Give the attendance and attend the next class. Mohan sir class. I will intimate. Those who are having queries, you can stay back and ask your queries. I will be here.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
ஹலோ சார், இதை விட்டுட்டேன். அது ஒரு டாபிக் எடுத்துட்டு இருந்தா முடிக்கல, அதனாலதான் போட்டேன்னு சொல்லுங்க. விட்டுட்ட பசங்க நீங்க கூப்பிட்டுருவாங்க. ஓகே மோகன் சார். Richard and Krishnakant.